It is the 20 of Tony Kawalchuk. Tony Kawalchuk on the inside of row number 5. Outside of him, the 23 of Alex Bell. It looks like, I believe, the 19 of Floyd Billington will pull up on the inside of row number 6. Outside of him, Matt Depew in the 667. And shotgun out of on the field out of Brown Brook, New Jersey. That is Rich Scagliotta with the 8. Scagliotta shotgun on the field with the 8 car as we come down to turn number 1. Working up off of turn number 2, the 3J of Mark Johnson working the outside of the 24L of Rob Langevin. Langevin and Johnson side by side down through the corner, coming up off of turn number 4. It'll be Mark Johnson showing the way down here to turn number 1. Here comes Langevin back down to the inside of him. Langevin works the low line on Johnson up high. Down to turn number 3 they go. Side by side they continue to run. Johnson on the high side, Langevin on the inside. As they come down here to turn number 1, give the advantage to the 3J of Mark Johnson. But Rob Langevin not about to go away. He rides there in the runner-up position. Down through turn 3 and 4. The 24L of Rob Langevin working that inside line on the 3J of Mark Johnson. They go side to side, wheel to wheel up off the corner. Midway down the backstretch, the 3J of Johnson has assumed the lead. The 24L of Langevin coming back at him on the inside. The 1 of Rich Ronka back there in 3rd. Chris Johnson rides 4th. Jimmy Cottrell rounds out your top 5. 6th spot will be Joey Williams working down on the inside of Cottrell now. That is for that 5th spot. Joe Williams rides 6th. 7th spot, Tony Kawalchuk, 8th position. 1 car around in turn 3 and up into the woods goes Alex Bell. Yellow lights will come on, the ones that are still hooked up. As yellow is out on the speedway, Alex Bell got up into the grass in turn 3, took down the caution light pole, and is nosed into the trees up there in turn number 3. See the driver moving around in the cockpit, the reflection off the shield, and making his way out of the car. Alex is unbuckled. As once he hit the grass, he was there for the ride. Well, we can see Alex Bell's car now being brought back up onto the racing surface as the Gary's Auto Body Wrecker has got it up out of the woods. A pretty extensive front end damage on the 23 car. You see the pole over in turn number 3 has been laid over. The caution light will not illuminate there. It's not quite as bad of a situation as it would have been in years prior. Heavy front end damage on Bell's machine down here. So they're going to get him back down into the pit area. The system will become more important to the drivers, and that's why usually the case is if someone's receiver is not working due to safety sensitive situation, they are sent to the pit area. We are going to be ready to go back to green. 8 laps are in. Mark Johnson, your leader. The 24 of Rob Langevin rides 2nd. Rich Ronka 3rd. 4th spot is the 33J of Chris Johnson as we get ready to go back to green. Green flag is out. Down to turn number 1 they go. Mark Johnson up on the front, going to power off at turn number 2. Rob Langevin coming right along with him. Langevin sticking it down to the inside now, up through turn 3 and 4. Johnson, Langevin, and Ronka, your top 3. 4th spot, Chris Johnson. TK now right there on his back bumper. Tony Kawalchuk working up on the outside off of turn number 2. And Kawalchuk will make the pass on Chris Johnson to take over spot number 4. Jimmy Cottrell working the outside lane now. Something up on the high side, maybe to the liking of the 8 car. As that battle up front goes side to side once again. Langevin not about to go down without making a serious effort here with the 3J of Mark Johnson. Langevin right there in the runner-up position. Johnson, your leader. Side by side, they run back here for 5th spot now. Here comes Kowalchuk around the outside of Rich Ronka. Ronka on the inside. Kowalchuk on the outside. That's the battle for 3rd. Give it to TK. Tony Kowalchuk now has made his way to 3rd position. He'll set sights on the 24 of Rob Langevin. Working his way down here to turn 1. Langevin has been applying pressure to Mark Johnson. And don't look now, Rob Langevin, but here comes Tony Kowalchuk and coming in a hurry. Side by side, your leaders off turn number 4. 2 to go sign is out, and we got a 3-way battle. Kowalchuk going to try and stick it between the 24 and the 3J, and it will work. Down to turn number 3, TK has gone from 3rd to 1st here on the 2 to go lap. He comes down to see the white flag first. And Kowalchuk now on rails on the front. He'll work off at turn number 2, down the backstretch. The Tri-State Roofing number 20 of Tony Kowalchuk is going to pick up the win here in the last chance qualifier. Kowalchuk gets the win. 2nd goes to Mark Johnson. 3rd spot to the 24L of Rob Langevin. Finishing 4th, the 1 of Rich Ronka. And rounding out your top 5 is Joe Williams in the 21S car. So a wild 2 laps at the end as Tony Kowalchuk found something to the liking there in the high side with a 20, ran down